Okay, everybody, welcome to another edition of WCW 2002, as we have the go-home show for Superbrawl. So let's see what happened. So first we have a tag match where Chavo Guerrero and Mike Sanders, who you might remember, had a little interaction last week, defeated Norm Smiley and Ernest Miller in 15:27 when Chavo defeats Ernest Miller. Basically, this is just match just check if they have chemistry. They don't have any negative chemistry, but also no positive chemistry. So might go to ID number 2 with them. Anyway, Chavo got a 63, Sanders got a 39, 56 E minus total. Nothing too exciting here. And again, I wish I had something to do for Smiley Miller, but again, they're in the same spot as guys like Hugh Morris. Like, I don't hate them, but I also don't have much to do for them either. Then, in a fun little singles match, Juventud Guerrero defeat AJ Styles in 14:43 with a 450 splash. 56 E minus, wow, that's really good. Oh, they have great chemistry. And yeah, AJ is already a 51. So the good news is I actually have a plan for these guys, for AJ and his tag partner Paris, but it'll happen after Superbrawl, I believe. Anyway, on to the actual show. So we start out with basically Canyon, Flair, and Joni in like a pre-tape. Say, they aren't booked tonight, so they're going out to party. And, they're leaving in like, some sort of like stretch limo or stretch Hummer limo. Did they have stretch Hummer limos in 2002? Was that a good time for it? Or am I going too early? Anyway, they leave in a limo. Jerry and Douglas are on their own for tonight. So 89A, Flair and Canyon were good performers because they're Flair and Canyon. So in our opening match, another non-title match, Tajiri defeated Yang in 6:49 with the Brainbuster, 58 C minus, solid match. Tajiri got a 54, Yang got a 57. Again, just another match to build up Tajiri. And then we have a, Noble coming into the ring, and we have a stare down over the Cruiserweight title. 43D. Because, those guys aren't great entertainers, and they aren't too over yet. Next we have Sean O'Hara defeating Shannon Moore in 3:45 with the Widowmaker, 53 C minus. As you expect, this is just a straight up, kill-a-5 squash. Like, just O'Hare runs over Moore. Maybe Moore gets a little comeback, but like O'Hare just kills him. And then, quick, O'Hare celebrating, talking about, taking on Canyon at the pay-per-view into the camera. 63C. Then we got Jarrett and Steiner backstage, 84B+. Both Jarrett and Steiner are talking, Jarrett making fun of Kidman and Tori. Steiner says, he's got his own, lightweight problem to take care of tonight. But, just don't get in his way because he's still the big booty daddy. And, he doesn't give a crap about the Horsemen. So, don't get in his way. And they can work together for tonight. But, Steiner remembers, Jarrett's still a friend of that dick Ric Flair. Okay, next we got a little tag match. Just basically guys to throw on the show. Mamalukes defeat Elix Skipper and Ken Romeo in 6:16 when Bull defeated Skipper by pinfall. Next up, okay, now we got Flair, Kenny, and Joni at the club again, and now we have some extra as members of our women's division. So we got Beth Phoenix, Katarina Waters, and Kristen Astera, basically acting as eye candy that Flair and Canyon are partying with. Maybe like Lawler's just sort of like in the background, shaking her head at Flair and Canyon partying with these girls dressed provocatively. 97 A minus, as you expect. I didn't actually rate any of the women, but just get them on TV. Then we got Reno defeating Fit Finley in 6:20 by pinfall with a roll of a dice after interference from Disco. Also, Cash distracted him, so I think we have a situation where Cash distracted the ref. Disco came in, knocked him with a roll of silver dollars, and then Reno got the pin. Again, this is set up for the tag match, so 59C, solid stuff. And then we have a 3-1 beatdown, but then, Jason Jett eventually comes down and he just hits a huge dive on all three guys to knock them down. 59C. Perfectly acceptable mid-card stuff. Then, we have Shane Helms in ring. Dusty Rhodes comes down to confront him, tells him that, Dustin, is still his son, he still cares about him, and that he's going to kick his ass at Superbrawl. So Shane Helms hits him with a super kick. And then he goes for the vertebreaker, but before he can do anything and, destroy Dusty Rhodes' neck and kill him in the middle of the ring, Dustin Rhodes comes down, to save him. Helms, backs off. points at Dustin, and we've got some more build up to the pay-per-view match. Anyway, Helms gets a 73 B minus, not too bad. Then we've got Alex Wright defeating Lance Storm in 827 by pinfall. This is your official. Set up the tag title match even more. And again, Alex Wright and Storm have a solid match. 75 B minus. Actually, that's a really good match. Storm got a 71. Wright got a 62. And then Wright celebrates with Ray Jr. Will, Storm, and Awesome, are upset in the background. 62C. Again, none of these guys are like great entertaining. Like Wright could be maybe eventually if I keep on working them, but the other guys are what they are. Then we've got, this maybe should have been the main event, but oh well. DDP defeats Shane Douglas in 8-11 by pinfall with the Diamond Cutter, 76 B minus. So really good, solid match for our semi-main. And then here's sort of like a big angle. So basically, DDP hits like 3 Diamond Cutters, so like right in a row. Like, Douglas keeps on trying to fight him, but he keeps on Diamond Cutters, and then he ends things by hitting a huge pile driver on Douglas. Basically then just like cuts a quit in passion promo, says, Flair might be partying, but he forgets he's, going to be in the ring with People's Champ this Sunday. And this basically like writes off Douglas, because I don't have a match for him for the pay-per-view. 82B. Like really solid stuff. Not as much as like if involved with Flair, but like this gets DDP over. And then, we sort of like cut from there to like the club, where for some reason they have Nitro on TV, because sure, why not? But Canyon, Flair, and joining a club, and they're upset that Douglas got beat up. Sort of. Ric Flair does Ric Flair things. Says he's going to make DDP's going. Remember why Ric Flair is a 13-time champion. Canyon and Junior trying to calm him down and tell him to get back to the girls to party. 86B plus. And then in our main event, Jarrett and Steiner defeats Kidman and Palumbo, in 842 when Steiner defeats Chuck Palumbo after using a foreign object. So like this is like a chain or like Jarrett's guitar. Insert your foreign object here. 77B. Palumbo's still not quite there, but that's why I'm pushing him to get him there. And then we have a Steiner beatdown. Majaja like strips Stacy, and sort of like they're standing tall as as this part of Nitro ends. 80B. And then we have our actual finish to the show. So Booker and Vampiro have a contract citing. They eventually cut promos on each other. Booker says he doesn't care about Vampiro's spooky stuff. He's a fighting champion. He's a multi-time world champion. He's the face of the new WCW, and he's going to keep on being the world champion for every single WCW fan. And Vampiro, says, Booker can talk about all the platitudes he wants, but he's still, another notch on the Deadpool, and just like Sting, and just like everybody else, he's going to end. And then, Vampiro, basically takes the pen, goes to attack Booker T with it. They brawl. Vampiro gets the advantage. It's about to nail in the coffin on Booker T when the lights go out and some very familiar Crowy music plays. So, whatever could that mean? Anyway, 99 A star. Awesome thing to this is a great build up and sort of, here comes Superbrawl. Who's going to win the world title? Will it be Vampiro? Will it be Booker T? You'll just have to find out. And we finish off with a 86B plus. Yeah, just really good, solid show. I like what we did there. DDP and Flair have heat. Booker and Vampiro. Steiner and Palumbo. All sorts of stuff. Even our tag title match has a little bit. First, let's see what's going on with Raws. Well, first, let's check if there's anything interesting in our email. Nope, just the same. Oh, we got some opinions. Let's see here. Yeah, Big Vito. Yeah, he's not quite there yet. You're right, Scott. And yeah, you're also right. Shannon Moore does not quite have it in ring. You are correct. You are very correct. And let's look at Raw. We actually beat them for once. Because they did a weird main event involving Raven, Billy Gunn, and Mr. Perfect defeating Bubby Ray, Rikishi, and Regal. Yeah, when you do that, you're going to not get a great. Kane defeated Head Shrinker Samu? What? Okay, guys. Whatever you want to do. That's weird. Oh, and let's check this out real quick. WF had their Over the Edge. So let me show you that to you real quick. So yeah, No Way Out, Liberty Bowl, 43,000, 1.59 buy rate, because of course they did. Anyway, so we got some, so of the stuff that's interesting, Dreamer, Spike, and Regal defeated Skull and the Public Enemy. Vesper defeating Steve Blackman by DQ. Trish Stratus defeating Molly Holly by countout. Lita defeating Jacqueline. Wow, 2 women's matches on one show. I think that's better than modern WWE sometimes. Crash Holly defeated Justin Credible by DQ. Eddie Guerrero defeated Billy Gunn for the WFIC title. Rock, Edge, Steve Austin confrontation. Scott Hall defeated King. And then your main event, Steve Austin defeated Chris Jericho to retain the title. So it'll be the WrestleMania main event? Who knows? But yeah, so we got Superbrawl in 6 days. Interesting to see how that goes. And, as always, comment, subscribe, give me a like, tell me what you're liking, tell me what you're not liking, any ideas, any thoughts. But for now, see you later. Adios.